Hey guys, welcome to the stream. This is Rod Arriagada coming to you live from the Hangar, Billiards, and Sports Lounge. We're here at 121 Scurfield Blvd, and we're here for the Sunday Open 8-Ball Tournament. This is B-side semi-final matchup between Gilles Chartier and Mike VAUTOUR. And Gilles is at the table right now. He just missed the shot, so Mike is going to come up to the table. Mike's racing to 7, Gilles is racing to 5. The score is currently 1-1. This is rack number 3 between them. He's playing safe. Didn't really give him much, but it looks like he might have given him the shot of the 7-ball. I'm not really sure, actually. How's the 7-ball? I guess he could see it. It looked like he couldn't see it, but once it got close to it, you can see that he could see it. What's up, Pat Bonato? Welcome to the stream. He's got to figure out how to open up the table for this 15-ball. And I think what he was thinking there maybe was to either break it out or use the 13-ball to go off the 7 to open up the pocket for the 15. Where he's ended up is not where he wanted to be. He can still make the shot on the 13-ball, but now, like, cue ball control becomes a problem, and you don't really have any other options. So it's either you go for this big shot or you try to find a safety, which, when I'm looking at the safety, I'm looking at where that 9 and 10 are. Excuse me, if you can just get the ball to come off that 13-ball off the bottom rail, then back to the right towards where that 9 is, you would lock him up pretty tight. But you got to put some spin into it, so it's going to be tough to control. But you can also make the shot, so I wouldn't mind taking the shot on myself. The only thing is that there's no guarantee on position on the cue ball. Yeah, so he made the shot, but like I said, there was no guarantee. And him running into the balls was supposed to be intentional for him to be able to get a shot on the 12, but instead he ended up going off the 4 and scratched to the side pocket. Unforeseen error, I guess, or unforced error, you would call that. Kind of want to open up the mic, but at the same time, I'll just get kicked for music. He's not too tough on this table. You know, there is a gap between the 2 and the 6. So, like, that's really about the only problem area he has left on this table. But he just doesn't want to waste this one angle that he's got available to work with right now. He wants to make sure that he gets the most out of it. Ideally, he would like to get set up for the 2 ball. But it might, like, I guess he could also get set up for the 5 ball here and then set up for the 2 ball. So that's where he's at. He's at a crossroads on which ball to play shape for with this angle that he has on the 3. Now, you could try to just spin your way around and then maybe run into the 5, but I don't think it's worth it. And if you try to play position for the side pocket on the left side of the table over a screen, then you're flirting with the 10 ball, and there's a chance that you may or may not get on it. That didn't work out the way it was supposed to work out. And I think he thought about leaving that 3 ball there, because if anything went wrong, then at least he had that pocket covered. But now he's kind of forced into playing a combination into the 3. Now, if he can hit this with perfect weight and make it, 6 ball will pretty much take over the spot where the 3 ball is. But I don't think it's worth the risk. And he didn't think it was worth the risk either, so he didn't take the shot. And it's a decent leave. I mean, there's only so much that Mike can really do here. The cut on the 10 ball is one thing that's available. A bank on the 10 ball towards where the 3 ball is also available. Short side jump shot over the 2 if he's right-handed to hit the 12 ball. That's another option. Now, what makes the shot on the 10 ball tough is that you're trying to play position for something. So when you're running into that 9 ball, you're trying to run into that 9 ball in a way where you're going to get a shot next. So then what happens is your mind automatically starts thinking more about the position on the cue ball after the shot goes in than the shot going in. And then you come up short on the shot because of it. Key thing here is just to make the shot first, and then whatever happens, happens with that 9. But you don't want to hit it soft. You want to hit it with some pace, so at least you get a double kiss. He was hoping to take over that pocket, but it didn't take it over. Gilles will have a chance to take the lead in the match now. Pretty sure he can see the 3 ball. It looks like he can see at least half of it. Oh yeah, you can see most of it. He does have a grip though, you know, so like it might be better to take the 2 ball. The only thing is that you can't take the 2 ball with a soft pace, because then you're going to end up in the middle of the table with like a bank angle on the 4 ball. And you can't hit it with like just a little bit harder of a pace, because then you'll only be on the right side and it doesn't go to that corner past the 12. So if he was to take that 2 ball, he would have to play like 3 reel shape back and forth for that 4 ball. That's why he opted to take that ball that he just did now, because now it changes the table. It gives him a chance to be able to get out. Good control on the cue ball on that one. He's got nice position on the 4. And he doesn't have to have a lot of angle here, but he wants to not be stuck to the rail. So just maybe bring the cue ball to the rail and just off the rail slightly. That way you can give a little punch draw to the cue ball, and then you can set up for the 8 ball in the side pocket. He's going to play this with lots of pace. And that worked out, sort of. I mean, he's got the shot on the 6 ball, but he moved the 8 ball in a tighter spot, and now he's got to find a way to make this 8 ball. Might have to take an intentional run at the 8 ball just to try to end up with a lucky bounce for a finish. He's going to end up running into the 15 ball instead. That's going to leave him a challenging shot on the 8 ball. Bank side is probably the best option you can come up with. Not much room for safety here with the layout, with the stripes the way they are. He was all in on the bank. He almost scratched and he didn't. Made the 15 ball, but he's left the option here for Mike to make either the 9 or the 12. You can also take the 10 ball if you wanted to. I think ideally you like to start off with a 9, then take the 10, and then finish with a 12. But then you make a tougher cut on the 9. So yeah, that's why he was going to run towards that 10 ball instead. Now he's going to try to set up shape for the 9, but if he doesn't get it, he'll just play the shot on the 12. He didn't quite get it, and he ran into the 8 ball, so that wasn't part of the plan. And now the 12 ball helps him to get the finish. However, he's got to play angle on the 9 to get back down to roughly where the 12 ball is right now on the 8 ball. I don't know if that's enough angle. I guess if you 4-stroke it, you punch it hard off the rail, you can. Yeah, that's the only way you could have done it. You have to punch it hard off the rail. Two to one. That one was a bit of a battle. What's up, Darren Mayo and Joe Cave from Las Vegas? Welcome to the stream. Reginald Martinez, how you doing? Robert Fedinato, Chuck Archibald, Jericho Espiritu, Ziho Chen, welcome guys. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. Mr. Robert Griffith, how you doing? Always appreciate you guys tuning in. I gotta go check up on YouTube. I'm in a mood now, man. I'm in a mood, so you know, when I'm in a mood, I get absorbed by the game. And when that happens, usually I'm ignoring all the talk on all the chat on the stream. They're playing some Neil Young in the background right now, so it's got me feeling some type of way right now. Wish I was playing pool, not streaming it. It's just some good beats. It makes me want to sing. I'm not gonna sing, but I so want to sing right now. Gonna open up the YouTube chat here too, just in case. I don't like making people feel like I'm ignoring them on YouTube because I try not to. Why is it showing me that chat? Show me that chat. Show me this chat. Yes. Well, they're playing something different now, so the mood's changed all over again. I'm good with being the streamer. I have no idea what they're playing, but not my kind of music. I like playing position here for the 12 ball to the side where he's got his hand right now. Oh, if he can see that 15 ball in it, that's okay too, because that's a trouble ball right now. Oh, okay, he's low ball. Never mind. I thought he was high ball. All right, he's low ball, so that's why he took that ball. That makes sense. Tough finisher on the 8 ball for him. 5 ball doesn't help him at all, so maybe take the 6 and the 5. And though I don't know, it could maybe help. The 6 could actually help for the finish more than the 5, but if you can take, if you can take the 3 and then take the 1, then set up for the 6 and then have the 5 as a finish from there, that might be easier. I think that's what he's thinking too. And definitely he's thinking that because the way the 1 ball set up right now, it has no pocket except for the 1 that's to the side in front of him right now. He's just taking a look at the angle that he wants for this 6 ball. He's gonna, where he is right now with the cue ball, he's gonna want to draw it back to the left, roughly about, maybe a cue ball to the left. He can play it through, that's what he's gonna play, but he's gonna want to be able to cue ball to the left of where he is there. Oh, that's too much. Yeah, he was looking for angle like I thought he was, but now he's frustrated. All right, so that's a ball in hand for Gilles. So the question was, what happened with the table if it had to be reset or not? But he didn't swipe the balls with the cue. He just shot the 8 ball, and then the cue ball went through, or the 8 ball went through. One of the two went through and changed the table. So technically, it would just be counted as a foul. So that's why he's got a ball in hand, and the table stays the way it's laid. Yeah, no. So if you go back at Avery, if you go back to take a look at the shot, you'll see that like all he really did, he's just shot at the 8 ball, right? So technically, like if it was like 9 ball or 10 ball, it would just be considered him shooting the wrong ball. It's a foul. Now, what happens after he hits that ball? None of that can be reset because he's already being penalized for the foul. So what happens there is that Gilles gets a ball in hand, but the table stays the way it was laid out after the intentional foul. Now, had he like taken his cue and swiped the balls, right? So had he just swiped the balls in any kind of motion to swipe it, then that's different. But he just took a shot on the 8 ball out of frustration. Like, okay, well, I'm going to give up this table anyway. So here, have the ball in hand. Then that's what it was. He's got a good angle set up here. Mike's going to say that's good because he knows the finish is available. Tied at 2. Avery says, yeah, he hit it way too hard for what you were thinking on that shot. Yeah, no, and that's what it was. Like, that's diamond table stuff, right? Diamond table is a little faster than like a valley table or the average table that you would play on in a pool hall. So you definitely, like, the way he hit that was just way too heavy. But he was trying to make sure that he was on the plus side of the shot, not on the negative side of the shot. And usually the way a shot is separated is like there's a negative side and a plus side of the shot, right? So the negative side would be where you don't want the cue ball to be, right? Where you don't really have a shot or the shot is really complicated. So that anything like that, or where you're going to hook yourself, all that area like that will be considered the negative side of the shot. And the positive side of the shot is where you can make it, you know, you're not in too much trouble. It might be a little more difficult than you like, but it's still a makeable shot. So it's on the plus side, or the positive side. So he was just trying to get it on the plus side of things. But the way that most shots work, usually there's just a negative and a positive side. The way his shot worked is that there was a negative side, a middle side, the middle of the shot, which is the positive side, and then another negative side on the inside of the shot. So he had to like try to find the perfect window between two negative sides on a shot. And that's tougher to do. But he definitely had too much pace on it. And now he miscued on that break, so that's going to be Gilles breaking now, and he'll have 2 breaks in a row because of it. He's going to make the 14 and 7 ball. Open table, but not much to shoot at. Combination is probably about as good as it gets here for him. You can see from this angle, here's the layout. Not really what you want to do, though, but you don't really have a lot of options to shoot at here. I think maybe if you want to take high ball, you can take the 9 ball instead, but and maybe that is the way to go. I don't know. But if you're thinking stripes, you can play stripes a different way. And he's going to play it a different way. In VNEA rules, you're allowed to combo a solid or a stripe into a solid or stripe for a combination on an open table. If one of the suits were claimed, so the solids or stripes were claimed, from that point on, you can't use a solid or a stripe to combo into each other for a shot. You can only use your ball as part of a combination, and you have to hit your ball first. Same thing with VNEA rules is you're allowed to use the 8 ball on an open table. You can combo the 8 ball into a solid or stripe to open up your first shot on the table. But once you claim the solids or stripes, at that point, nobody can use that 8 ball no more for a combo. And you can use it as an in-between ball if you're doing like a 3 ball combo or a 4 ball combo or something like that. It can be one of the balls in between, but you would have to hit your ball first. And that's, you know, kind of common sense rule, but sometimes, you know, you have to explain it anyway. So just in case I did. What's up, John Dillon? Chris Harrison, Orlando Morales, how you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. I'm getting kind of, you know, in the mood here today, so I might be ignoring some chat. I'm trying not to, though. Elias Lezank, welcome to the stream. Soon McIver, welcome to the stream. Kenneth Botello, Andrew Jenkins, how you guys doing? It's Sunday, man. Sunday vibes, and I'm feeling it. They got some Rolling Stones going on in the back right now. It's just got me going, man. I'm gonna start howling soon. I mean, singing. It's not my fault. It's Sunday's fault. Sunday always gets me in a mood. I don't know what it is, but Sunday and pools just go together, man. It's like the perfect recipe for the perfect day. Then you slap on some good beats, and I'm all in, man. I'm all in. Didn't have many options to get position on that 10 ball, so he did good to get over for the 10 ball here. He's going to have to try to find a way to squeeze in between this 3 and 1 somehow, while also using that 2 ball to get the cue ball over to the right side of the 2. Yeah, like that. He's seeing it. It was the only way to play the shot. Do I have any YouTube chat yet? No, everybody's quiet on YouTube. They still need their coffee on YouTube. That was a nice little run for Gilles. 3-2. Needs 2 more to win the match. 1 more to get on the hill. And because that was a miscue on the break from Mike on the last one, Gilles got the break on the last rack. He also break on this one, so he's breaking 2 racks in a row. All right, I'll bring down the YouTube chat, I guess. Put out some of that jam-up gear. If you guys are looking for some jam-up gear, got some really nice designs. This is the golf shirt. I love this golf shirt. I want to get it. It's a Predator golf shirt too, so I think it's like a bunch of little black Predators on it. Federer Gorst. Love that shirt too. All right, let's move into this. Rack number 6. Gilles is breaking. He's trying to get on the hill now. Had a nice little run on the last table, so he's feeling pretty good at the table right now. Last match he played and he got a little abused, so he's trying to get even here. Needs to win this match and the next one to get back to playing against the player that sent him to the B-side. Well, I kind of like this table and I kind of don't. The stripes are, you know, pretty nasty tied up. The solids aren't that bad, but the 2 balls tied up and so is the 4. And then the 6 and the 1 are in a tight area, so it makes it a little bit harder to see the finish without being able to play a good position. And the opening shot is kind of tough, you know, but you do have the 7 ball available, so you could, you know, take the 7 if you wanted to. And you could easily take the stripes too, but now the stripes have a little bit of issues too. You know, you got the 14 and the 10 sitting right next to each other. They don't really have a pocket. The 13 and the 12 have to be either, you know, make one first, open up the other, or you got to play a combo there. The 9 ball sitting tight to those two, so that makes it a little bit more challenging altogether, having that 3 balls, 5 balls in one little area, you know. That's the way he's going to go, though. He's going to take the high ball. Cue ball's gone a bit too far for him, kind of like it did for Mike on the last rack there, or not the last rack, but the rack before. He lost the pace on that one. He has a little bit of room to play safety, but not a lot, man. Best he can do is maybe roll the cue ball up towards the 10. Boom, just hit the rail. Perfect touch on that one. Yeah, that was a break and run. It was. Definitely was. What's up, Jared Spence? Welcome to the stream. Chris Stralen, welcome to the stream. And Granville Singh, welcome to the stream. Tough layout. There's only so much you can do here. So he's tied up that 8 ball really nice, and he's got a 9 ball that breaks out and everything there. So he's actually done pretty good with that. Oh wait, I got it all backwards. I thought he was low ball. I thought Mike was high ball. Oh, that's right, because Gilles took the hard setup. I forgot about that. Now I remember. Yeah, so he did have that ball there. I thought that was a 9 ball too. That was a 13, but he had that ball there to open things up, and he didn't quite get the opening that he was looking for. He's bumped up the 10 ball, but it's a tight squeeze next to the 14. Tough to get perfect shape on that one to cut it in. I think as best as it gets is where he's at right now. No, actually, he needs to be more over to the pocket, to the right of where the cue ball is right now. Not sure what he's going to do here. He might have to play bank safe, maybe. And it's going to be tough to play the bank safe because the 7 ball is going to be left there as a shot for Mike. Now, he doesn't really want to move that 15 ball either because, like, you can see that 15 ball, but opening that 2 ball up is taking away another problem for Mike, so he doesn't really want to do that. If he feels like he's kind of stuck in the situation, what I would have done there maybe is bank that 9 ball, try to bank the 9 ball towards the top right corner somewhat, just to create some problems there for the 1 and 6. But he's done pretty good. He's controlled the situation. That was a good reply. What's up, Stuart Gansky? Jericho Espiritu, welcome back. Yeah, it's kind of forcing his hand here too. Smart. I think what I like here is maybe just hitting the 14 and opening up the 8 ball. Oh wait, that's a 4 ball. That's not the 8 ball. The 8 ball sitting up there with a 6 and 1 on. Doesn't go into the pocket, so he's created that blocker that I was talking about earlier, blocking that pocket. Now he's done it. That's going to force Mike to deal with that 1 and 6 now because, you know, one of them goes, the other one doesn't. Well, we're going to take a look at the side view. The 1 might go past the 6, but if it doesn't, then he's got to take the 6 first, then the 1. You can see from this angle, too, the 9 ball is pretty deep in that pocket. So, like, the only ball that can maybe go through that 9 ball right now would be, like, the 5 ball, which he just moved out of the way. And that's smart. He found the tangent line to drop the 9 ball. Now he's forced Gilles into another situation here. And he's not going to move that 15 ball because he can't see it. He's going to take a kick shot at the 10 ball. He needs to get a good kick shot here. Like, no matter what, he's going to give him a shot on the 7 ball. So he needs to get a good kick on the 7 to try, or on the 10 ball to try to tie up something at the top of the table. He tried to play the safety here on that 7 ball. I think he actually might have got it with a double kiss on the 10. Yeah, he got him decent. I mean, he can still play off the rail and in if you wanted to, but he doesn't have direct contact with the 7. That's why I was thinking what he did. It's nice when players is that when you're thinking about the situation at the table and what you think you would do, and then they go do that, and you're like, yeah, that was the right shot. I know that was the right shot. That's a nice feeling. I used to do that all the time when I used to watch like Efren Reyes and Bustamante and all those guys play back in the mid-90s. They were on TV a lot back then. I think it was more like the late 90s. But yeah, I'd watch those guys play all the time, and then I'd be like, oh, I would do this, I would do that. And then every time they would choose a shot that I was choosing, then I knew that I was thinking the right way. And so it helped me with confidence, you know, with confidence. When I was going to the table to play, I can feel more assertive about my decision making. He's a pretty good safety player, man. So it's going to be tough to really, you know, force his hand on this one. And now the first thing about it is that because you're making him get focused on this safety battle, that's also going to change his confidence and how he keeps playing. Because if he wins this safety battle, then that's going to give him a big boost of confidence. And that's what he's looking for. That's why he's playing the way he's playing. So now, right now, being in a safety battle has him focused, where the last rack he was frustrated because everything didn't work out. Now he's focused, and look at that, he got a good roll. Horn hooked him too. Horn hooked him too. What's happening, Stephen Valley? He says, good evening, Rod. Hope you're enjoying your weekend, man. And Genman Luke, there's another good guy. How you doing? Fascinating player to watch. I don't know. Guys say you're a slow player, but I'm a methodical player myself, so I don't really see it as slow. I see it as, being precise. I get people that say to me like, "Hey, man, you're boring to play against, but you never miss." I tell them I gotta charge them more for the seats, man, if they're gonna sit there and watch me play. Pull your cue out if you're trying to let me know that you're trying to be a part of the game. Then, but no, I'm just kidding. Usually I play slow, ball in hand. He was just trying to tie things up. There's only so much you can do. He knows that 4-ball's tied up to that 14 ball too, so like it's not like it's a free for all here. But Mike's just gonna keep doing what he's doing, creating some separation. And now Gilles could take a stab at trying to kick that 10 ball, but the minute he tries to kick that 10 ball, if he actually ends up hitting it good, he's going to open up that 4 ball. That's all that Mike is waiting for, just for that. So here you got to find a way to like create a problem somewhere else, and I'm not sure how you would do that. I don't know, maybe bank the 6 towards that 10 ball. If you hit that 10 ball, you don't want to hit a flush, you want to hit the side. Okay, that's good. That worked out good. Because now he hasn't opened up that 4 ball, so that was a really good reply. He's giving him a shot on the 6 ball, and there's always, a safety option, which it looks like that's what he's going to go for. But he didn't give him the wide open table, so that was good. And now Mike tried to hook him behind the 6 ball, but he just left him the shot on the 10 ball. So there's a small opportunity here, though I don't think he's going to want to try to go for the win. But he's got a better opportunity here as far as playing a reply on the safety. He's telling him that he just moved the 1 ball slightly with his cue. Mike said it's okay, just leave it as it is. And that's smart too, you're taking over that pocket. Not that there's any solids around it that are really going to be able to benefit from that safety there, but where that safety is going to help him on that. So, he just did something, like he's just blocked the pocket. That's all he's done. But he didn't, sell out too much. He's giving Mike an opportunity here at this 7 ball, which he's not going to take. He's trying to force his hand here. Now, I'm wondering if maybe he could just set up for this 14 ball to make it to the corner past the 7 ball. Because if he can, then, that's how he gets out here. He wants me to go watch the shot. I gotta go watch the shot. I'll be back. All right, so the question here was whether or not it was a foul. And at first I said, no, it looked good, you know. But then we looked at the replay and zoomed it in, and then it looked like it wasn't good. And then it still doesn't look like it was good, but I don't know. Like Gilles says he's putting topspin on it, but I'm looking at the replay right now again. They're still talking about it. They're still arguing about it. And now I think like the reason why Mike played the safety the way he played is because he figured if he plays a ball in hand behind that 14, that the double hit was going to be there. So he's looking at a double hit. I'm gonna see if I can upload this. Okay, I gotta trim it first to make it to the shot. I'm gonna see if I can upload this for you guys. So you guys can tell me what you guys think. Come on. Yeah, I'm trying to get it here set up on the screen for you guys, so you guys will get a chance to see it. I don't know, man. Either way, like it doesn't matter because the match went on anyway. But you guys be the judge on it. Give me a second. Well, give me a couple of minutes. I'm still setting it up. I had this all opened up just in case, and then I decided to close it because I was like, oh, there's no need for it. Okay, so it may not pop up. I'm gonna put it in here. It may not pop up properly, like not facing the right way. So it might be sideways here, but I'm hoping that it'll just come up straight up in the middle so you guys can see it the way it's supposed to be. No, yeah, so I ended up doing that. Hang on. Okay, there we go. All right, so I'll bring it up to the middle here. I'll zoom it in for you guys to see. It's on a loop, so you guys will have a chance to see it. It's on a loop. And we'll zoom it in a little bit here so you guys can see. Do you think that was a double hit or a clean hit? Hang on. It's a little bit too distorted, so I'll bring it back. Good hit or double hit? Tell me what you think. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I just want to know your opinion because, you know, your opinion matters. To me, it matters. Good hit or double hit?
Videotape.
Good hit or double hit?
Well, let me see.
It's coming up right now. No, it's coming up right now.
Green ball? Good hit.
Good hit?
Yo, you didn't mean to tell me that.
I just had to ask you. No, it's okay. All right, so we're going to go back to the game. What do you guys think? Good hit or double hit? Look clean on the stream. We'd like to see that in slow motion. Well, I just put it up in slow motion. So what do you guys think?
Minor job. 5 minutes.
That's all you need?
Get like, well, how many followers are right now?
I don't know, man.
I'll double it. I've never played on one of these. Can I just play once? Like, how far do I got to get one?
You just have to play in the tournament. That's all,
I
really.
told you, bro. I played fucking at least 5.
Well, you got to win it. Well, I know, but you got to win at least, you
Okay.
know, one or two matches on the A side.
I normally use my first A side because I'm nervous and shit. That's why.
Oh, it's even worse when you're on the stream, man. It's way more nerve wracking.
Yeah, but it's no. I would not be nervous. You get like 20 more thousand leads. Be like, who's
Oh,
that
yeah?
Filipino motherfucker? He's using a house
Well, you
cue.
got to watch your mouth, man.
Oh,
'cause-
sorry.
yeah.
Can they hear me?
Yeah, they can hear you. Yeah.
Yo, it's Posate, bro.
I don't want to say his name, but yeah, he did that. Yeah, I know it's
Thanks,
you know,
bro.
kid friendly, right? That just happened. It was good. He was cheated. Clean hit, almost a push. Good hit, no doubt. Okay. Looked clean, but hard to tell for sure. So I called the shot good at first, and then Mike argued that it was bad, that it was a double hit. So then I zoomed in to look at it. When you zoom in to look at it, it looks like almost like a double hit. But it wasn't like it wasn't 100%. Mike went and took the ball and was like, okay, so that's it, right? And so he didn't even ask us. He just grabbed the ball and moved the ball. And then Joe's like, well, Mike, we just wait, man, you know, because like you can see that it wasn't really a foul. But then Mike's like, no, sorry, it was already agreed. I already moved the ball. I was like, no. And then so Joe's like, yeah, it's okay. Don't worry about it. So it's fine. They got over it. They're on the next rack now. But yeah, it was like, to me, it was what made. I'll show you guys again. So what made me think that maybe it was a foul is if you watch the tip of the cue when it's hitting the ball, it looks like it hits the ball. It looks like the cue ball stops, and then suddenly it keeps rolling forward when the cue moves through with it. So like the cue tip and the ball move in a motion once the tip goes through the cue ball. So it almost looks like it hit it, but it didn't. I'll put it up here again one more time. I know everybody said it was clean, so that was my original call, was clean. Then I was convinced that maybe it was a bad hit because of the way the cue ball looked. And then, like I said it was clean, but then it was too late. The shot was already in play. So here it is. See, so like, if you watch the cue ball, like the way the tip moves through the cue ball, it almost looks like it's the tip that pushes the cue ball through once it stops. See, there it stops, and then boom, there it moves forward. Right, so that's the reason why I thought it might have been a bad hit, because that's what I was pointing out to. But then Joe's pointing out that you can see that the tip wasn't touching the cue ball; that the tip was above the cue ball. So that's why I was like, "Oh wait, it was a good hit, but it was too late already." So controversy today on the Sunday Open. Huh? That's this game right now. How did my tripod move? My tripod was moved. I gotta go move this again, set it up. So I'll go side view for now, and then I'll have to change. Looks like this camera was moved too. I'm losing control here at the hangar today. What's going on, man? All right, I gotta go fix this other camera. Give me a couple of seconds. I'll be back. Like Arnold. I was never very good at copying Arnold's accent, but, you know, I always tried. I'll be right back. 3-3 still. All right, I fixed it. I need to hire a guy just to take care of my cameras. Pay a guy to go and calibrate my cameras for me like twice an event. Double hit, says Nathan. Robert Griffith says, now I agree with double hit. Avery says, yeah, I don't know. Too hard to tell. Tommy Curry says, the tip left the cue ball before it struck the object ball. Andrew Jenkins says, I agree with double hit. It's not 100%, but it's what I'll lean towards. Robert Gerber says, you need to put a cactus plant in front of your tripod. Yeah, I know, I do. Or just go out and buy a taser, man. Just start tasing people, you know. I thought about doing that a long time ago, and then I was like, nah, you know, I like humans, so I'm going to be nice to them. I'm going to trust that they'll just eventually stop running into my tripod. But no, man, it doesn't matter where I put it. I can put this tripod on the ceiling, hanging from the ceiling. Somebody will climb up there just to move it. Like some guy would just be standing on the table for no reason, just trying to reach to the tripod. Like, dude, what are you doing? Nothing. I'm just moving the tripod. It happens all the time, though. I just laugh about it now, but there's days where it happens like 4 or 5 times, man. And it's like, oh, man, somebody call security over here. I'm about to hurt someone. I didn't get the shot that he wanted. Supposed to be a safety, I think, out of that. Or maybe he just missed it altogether. Either way, he's getting him the shot. Oh, and the mic's going to miss it. He's going to get rattled by this. All right, we're still at 3-3, so the score hasn't changed. Mark Gray, Andre Nadeau, welcome to the stream. Mr. Brad Delph, how you doing? Right, so this is the thing is that, like, so what we just went through watching that video and trying to figure out if it was a good hit or a bad hit, that's what a referee has to do in the middle of a match in a playoff, and then without recording it. So they have to go strictly from what they recalled, from what they've seen. How does a referee get a good call on that just strictly from their eyes? Even from the sound. Which, by the way, the reason why Mike called it a foul is because he said it sounded like a foul. You could hear the double hit. But that's the 2 ways that a referee is trained. That was a nice shot. That's the 2 ways that a referee is trained to watch a shot, is with their eyes, and then, well, the other way, there's 3 ways. So there's eyes, there's the ears, and then there's the logical, common sense path of the cue ball or path of the object ball. If you were to hit a ball in a certain spot to make it or to miss it or whatever, or to be clean or to be good, the other ball would travel in a certain direction, and then that's the other way they can figure it out. But once again, for referees, the average referee, almost every one of them out there, they have to do it with their eyes, right? So it's like there's nothing recorded. You can't go back and provide evidence to your call, or even on the bad call to be able to make that call on a bad call, right? And it's crazy, man. But the algorithms on slow motion replay are programmed to replicate the direction of what the algorithm thinks the cue ball or the object ball is going to do moving forward from the first frame. So frame per frame, it's creating the data based on the original data and then believing on the true path of where that ball or object should be finishing at. So technically, the slow motion replay, technically, supposedly, doesn't really prove anything either. But it makes it easier for us to judge on a lot of shots whether or not it was a good hit. Oscar Wu, how you doing? Chad Tenney, Darren Mayo, Mike Goodman. Mr. Sean Jameson, welcome to the stream. Hi, Louise. Welcome to the stream. Tuning in to watch Gilles. Mike's going to give him that one. So Gilles is on the hill now. I can feel there was a little bit of frustration building up on that rack, though. You can see it. You know, things just were a little funny there. And after this, what do we have? So these guys are playing. Then the winner of this plays against Dan Anderson in the B-side final. Then the winner of that has a double dip, Dave Blacklaw. A lot of battle left on this one, though. 4-3. Gilles on the hill. Mike needs 4 games. He just needs to get this game under his belt, and then, you know, from there he can get going. But Gilles going to try to close out on this one. It's his break coming up here in rack number 8. Louise says, oh, I better stop watching. Avery Bryan says, let's go, Dano. He's a good guy, Dan. Always helpful, always trying to help every time I see him. Just a good guy. Seems like the kind of person that has the right mindset and the right heart. You gotta appreciate people like that. Oh, that one danced off the 2 horns. It did the cha-cha-cha and it stayed up. Opportunity here for Mike. You just gotta do his best not to get emotionally disturbed at the table. Just to find zen while he's shooting. Because that's what happens is that, you know, you'll miss a shot and then you'll miss another shot and it just frustrates him and he just wants to get that rack over with. Like, okay, let's move to the next one. But you can't think like that. You have to be, you know, focused at the table, balanced at the table. No matter what's happening at the table, always try to find a way to approach the table with the same mentality, the same approach. Right? He was hoping to leave that 9 ball there to open up that 15 ball, and he can't really. Well, he can almost get it from here. If he can just skim it, he might be able to grace that 15 ball. But if he doesn't get it, then he can use that angle to run over towards that 11 and 12 instead. I think that would probably be better. He went for the 15, but he said that was a foul. He's going to give it to Gilles. He could see enough of it, but I guess it wasn't enough. He ended up running into the 4 ball. So Gilles will have a chance to close out the match now. Everything's wide open for him. He just has to, you know, maneuver the cue ball. 8 ball is probably the toughest one that he's got on the table. The 2 ball is in a questionable spot as well, but he can address that right away after this 4. Now the 3 ball might be more of a shot to worry about than the 4 ball, I think, you know, but because the 3 ball doesn't really do anything for you and it's in a weird spot. You missed the shot. Can't make shots like that on a diamond table. On a valley table, that was in all day long, but on a diamond, that one's going to stay on the pocket. Nice out, says Stephen Valley. Let's check up on these guys on YouTube, man. They've been quiet, so I was like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to them anymore. I'm kidding. There was nothing going on there. Yeah, there's still nothing going on over there. They're all quiet on YouTube. On here, it shows that they're talking, though. Okay, yeah, there you are. What's up, Brad? Brad says good hit. Fan says no foul. Yeah, honestly, that was a tough one, man. But like I said, the first call that I made was clean hit. Then I was kind of convinced that it was a dirty hit. And then when I looked at it and I zoomed in, like I think it was the replay itself, the way that cue stops for a second, and then the cue ball stops for that second, then they both follow through at the same time. It just made me think like, yeah, you know, you're right. Maybe it was a foul, right? And I don't know. Either way, justice was served, you know, and at the end, like they worked it out. Mike got that win, but Gilles on the hill, so it didn't really affect his game. And he still has to close out, but at least he's there. He wasn't necessarily robbed. He still has a chance to be able to win this match. And for Mike, well, you know, he got away with that call maybe because we still don't know if it was a good call or not. Honestly, we won't really know. You have to kind of analyze it from the side, not from the top on that one. Maybe that's what I should have done. So maybe moving forward, when I have those kind of shots, I'll try to record them from like 35-degree angle, like the jump shot angle. See that? I just taught you jump shots while talking about a camera angle. That was a good shot. Pretty creative the way I try to teach, right? Can make you a cameraman while you become a pool player too. Looks like he's tied himself up on this 8-ball. Jump shot option is available. No, it's good. Oh, it did go. He just missed it. He's going to give Jules the match on that one. Just frustrated because that was supposed to be his table. 5-3, the final score. So now we're going to have Dan Anderson playing against Jules. I'm going to get these guys going up here to get their match started. I got to update the challenge bracket. And yeah, I'll be right back. I'll set up the scoreboard here for you guys. And he goes to forward. Does it on his own. All right, so these guys started, and I gotta set up their FargoRates. All right, so their Fargo rates are up now, 552, 519. Sticking around, or are you leaving? Probably sticking around for a few minutes. I'll see my girlfriend has to say. I don't know. I'm gonna shoot around after this is done. Yeah, it's early, man. I'll be done in minutes. Yeah. If you decide to stick around, whatever, we'll shoot you next. For sure. I'll let you know what's up. Yeah. Alrighty. We're good to go. Oh no, he missed the 8-ball. Man, that was all good to go, and then he missed it. Race to 5 for Gilles, race to 4 for Dan. Dan's a 519 FargoRate, as you can see. And Gilles is a 552. No, he's going to miss that shot, and he's going to pull a Mike and just give up that game. I'm kidding, Mike. if you watch this later, man, I'm only playing, bro. 1-0 for Gilles. Avery says, good luck, Dano. What's up, Thomas Tubo? How you doing? Repeat LaRose. Welcome to the stream. Nathan says, argue that he put center ball and goes right after second contact. I gotta look at that, really? I gotta look at that. So that's another way I guess you could tell too. All right, so we're gonna pull this up just for the sake of pulling it up. I gotta look at it. So what he's gonna say is that he was pulling the cue away. But yeah, you're right. You can see it.
Is there an excited finalist there?
Yeah, that's Dave Blackflaw.
Oh, that's who.
He won the ASAT. Yeah, he's playing pretty good.
And then, so just winner this was that.
Winner this plays out and it's over. I gotta figure out what the payouts are too. Overcut it. 5-4. 5-4. And it's 1-0 right now for him. So race to 4. That's how I know is what you were talking about, says Avery. At first I didn't see it. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, it might have been a fair call. Like I said, it's one of those, and this is me with like a video recording of the shot. Like, imagine how tough it would be for a referee that doesn't have that advantage of being able to use technology to re-see the shot or replay the shot. How did they make that call? I didn't feel good about it after. I had replays and I didn't feel good about it after. I didn't feel good about the first call. I didn't feel good about the second call. It's going to get a little bump off the 8-ball. That's going to tie him up on the 1. Not enough room to go around the 10 either to hit this 1, so he's got to go off the bottom rail and kick into it. That's the only way he can really hit it. Unless you can see the side of it maybe and just grace it. But I think you're better off just going off the bottom rail and kicking it. You can see some of the 3-ball maybe. No, he's opened up the door here for a chance anyway. You played in the tournament today too?
Yeah.
How'd you make out?
2-2. I beat Eric.
Yeah.
And I beat Kevin. And then lost. Lind?
Chuck?
Chuck.
Okay.
So, Chuck beat me.
Then Dave?
The semifinals. I got beat bad.
Oh, somebody's calling you up, man. He got called out all the way across the pool hall. Like, yo, action's waiting for you. Avery says, yeah, it's controversial. We could argue all night about it. We almost have. We almost have, man. He lost the cue ball. Ball in hand for Dan Anderson. What's up, Andre Nolette? Welcome to the stream. Daniel Rees, welcome to the stream. It's going to come up short on the one ball and turn the table over. Not a lot of options here for Gilles. Maybe the side pocket with the 10 ball is about the only option I can see. And you can see from the side angle, like, that's really, really tight. I mean, it is an option, though. If you make it, you don't have to worry about playing shape. You're just going to make it. Oh, and he went with a crazier shot. Oh, no, and it hung up. I can't believe he took that crazy shot on, man. I thought he was just going to go to the side pocket. Uh-oh. Oh, if he didn't bump that 8 ball, man, he's in so much trouble. A little lucky bump on that one. We're tied at 1. This is a rematch battle, by the way. These guys played earlier in the A-side semifinal. Dan won the match. I think it was 4-0 or 4-1, something like that. It was a quick match, though. So Gilles, since then he's been on the B-side battling it out, and now he's found a chance to maybe avenge himself here against Dan. But Dan's holding his own right now with a 1-1 score. Slowly easing into the match while Gilles has been playing back-to-back, so he's ready to go. And he just played on this table, so he's got the speed of this table on his side, too. Tim Fennessy, welcome to the stream. Is it James Ingrassi? Grassi? Is it like an Italian name? Do you have the silent H? Or the invisible H, I should say. It's not really silent. So he's going to do a little bit of maneuvering here. The 5 and the 3 are the problem. The 3 goes to the corner, so that's not really a problem. But the 5 is. And to get a break on the 5 is challenging. To get perfect position on the 5 may not be, but then you need perfect position on the 3. He's going to miss the shot. He was trying to get the perfect position here on the 3 to be able to go into the rail and back into the 5. He had a good idea and just shot too quick and missed the shot because of it. Luckily for him, though, he didn't sell out the table, so he should get another chance at this table. Though it does look like Dan has a shot on the 9 to the side pocket. And if he can make that shot, that'll take him up table to deal with that 13, 14, and 15. He had the same mindset as me, but he missed the shot. I got my cues here, so if anybody wants to come down and shoot some racks, I'm here. Bring it. Bring your A game, though. I need to get pushed around a bit. I promise you I'll give you a battle, no matter who it is. Working his way into the rack. He needs to figure out something for that 14 ball. He doesn't quite have the angle on the 11 ball right now. But he can't really, like, the 9 ball doesn't really do much for him unless he sets up for the 11 ball to the side pocket. And if he does that, he needs to either have a straight line to get onto the 14 from there, or he needs to have a forward line to get up for the 13 ball to make that to the side from there. That's going to work. Doesn't quite have that angle, though. But he can take the shot to the corner here, the 13, and then maybe just take the cue ball into the 5. That will hold the shape for this 15 or the 13 ball, the 14 ball. I don't know where I am. I'm looking at 3 different balls at the same time, and no idea what's going on in my head right now. But yeah, I like this shot here. He didn't have to hit it that hard, though. He could have hit that a little bit lighter. Then that would have held the position for the 9. He had the right idea, just over-executed the shot. Rihanna Rose, welcome to the stream. Gail McCarchuk, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. Mitchell Malcolm, welcome to the stream. Harold Farr, welcome to the stream. Do, 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 do. They're playing some blues now, man. That's my music. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I play some blues in the background, I'm playing some pool. It's just the run-out fest. It's just the right mood, the right music for it, you know? I don't know if blues serves you any good for any other atmosphere, but for pool, it's pretty good. And for training, man, I used to listen to Stevie Ray Vaughan when I trained. Really good. It's this nice melody, gets you focused, you know? You don't get absorbed by what's going on around you. You just get in the moment that at the table, you know? Blues are good for you, though. Although I know a lot of people that listen to heavy metal for their training, and they swear by that too. I just don't know how that would work, though, man. You know, it's all that adrenaline pumping through you, rah, right? I mean, I used to listen to metal. Okay, I still do listen to metal from time to time, so I know what it sounds like. But how do you like, rah, that sounds going on? You're like, okay, I'm gonna run this table, like, rah, and then just going off on the run. I don't know, man. But people swear by it. There was a guy that used to stream all the time on Pool's Not Dead, and this guy would like play heavy metal every night that he played, man. And he would sit there and just run tables. I don't know. I guess, you know, when I'm saying blues, people are saying like blues. Why would you listen to blues on anything? But you don't know. Okay, go to the pool hall, play some blues, and you'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. Whatever music they're playing right now, though, is not very good, so I hear you. Trying to work it out. I guess he's thinking about finishing with the 5 ball. That's where he's at. He didn't want that to happen, but it worked out okay for him. I was thinking there maybe you would have taken the 1, come across, then take the 5, and then get out with the 3. I was going to call a 13 ball. He's going to scratch the cue ball instead. That was not part of the plan. A ball in hand here for Joe should help him get the win on this one. Hardest ball on the table is the 5. Getting position from the 5 to the 3 will be challenging too, but with a ball in hand, no problem, man. You can set up the perfect angle to get up from the 3 to the 1 ball also. So this is the best thing that could have happened to him here on this rack, getting a ball in hand at this point. Do what I say, and if you do this, it will help you some sunny day. That Simple Man, love that song. I sing it to my boys, you know, try to let them know that this song is the one that's going to make you think about me in the future. Don't live too fast. Troubles will come and they will pass. 2-1. And you'll find love. All right, 2-1. So he's looking for 3 more wins here to win this match, and so is Dan. We're at a race to 3 now in this B-side final. Winner of this has to try a double dip. Dave Blacklaw. Good luck with that, man. He's been killing them, leaving a trail of victims behind. Every one of them. They're all on the B-side, shaking still. He's taunting him now. He's walking around with his pool case and his cue in his hand, letting him know he's ready for battle. Rack number 4. A 1-game lead, looking for 3 more. Bit of a miscue on that break, but he made a ball. For you, my son, is to be satisfied and be a simple kind of man. I'll be something you love and understand. Yeah, this is one of the songs, every time it comes up, it just makes me think of my boys, man. You know, it's a Papa song. What a Papa would sing to the little guys. There's another one, I think it's called Father and Son from Cat Stevens, is another one that you dedicate to your boy. Oh, I said action, and Greg Wilson walks in here looking for action. You want some trouble, Greg? All right, well, at least I got a match, so that's good. And he's a player, man. Greg don't mess around. He plays good. Maybe we'll have a little challenge match on the stream since he's here. I'm in the mood, I tell you, and they're playing the right tunes. For a rich man's gold, all that you need is in your soul. Trying to make quick work out of this frag, but he's almost in trouble here. He doesn't quite have the breakout. He needs to create one, and the options are running out. I like maybe taking the cue ball off the cushion. Let's see if I have enough time to do it. I don't think I'll have enough time to do it. I'm thinking you try to bring the cue ball like somewhere around here. He's gone a little bit too far on that one, but where I put the mark, that would have been a good spot, because then he could have played like the stun triangle off the rail into the 2. Here he needs a little bit of luck. Did that 13 help him or not? He's going to call the cross bank side, so I might have. Oh, he's going to make it. He's going to make it. He's going to end up amazing on this 8 ball. Who is that guy? Dan Anderson. 2-2. Wow. I mean, wow, man. Like, wow. Shot of the day? I don't know. You guys are the boss of me when it comes to the highlight of the day. Highlight of the day? It was just perfect finish, man. Oof. What do you say? What do you say? Highlight of the day. Kevin Hadley, how you doing? Dan Langley, welcome to the stream. Aoun Shaquille, welcome to the stream. Avery says when you give him that shot, it's over. Well, it looked like he was natural. I mean, when that cue ball came around and just gave him a peek at the 2 ball, he like just called it right away. Like he just knew. So you can see that's a shot that he's familiarized with really well, and he just sees it automatically. But I mean, that was just perfect. I mean, the fact that it went off the stripe for the perfect touch for it to go into the side, and then for the cue ball to come around perfectly to get set up for the 8 ball on the side with a great finish, to me that qualifies as a highlight of the day. But I'll let you guys decide. I mean, there might be some more qualifying shots coming up throughout today. Though there's only one match after this, which could turn into 2 sets. That's a momentum booster, that one. The last one that he just won on. You can see it's, translating on this table right now. Oh, no. We can feel the rush. He's going to miss the shot. Gilles with a lucky opportunity on this one. He can stop the bleeding and take control of this match just by winning this game. Lots of decisions, man. Lots of decisions. He'll start off with a combo. Still has lots of options at the table. Kind of a tight situation with the 7 ball, but it's not really a threat. It does go past the 8 ball to the bottom left corner where he's standing. 5 ball could have been a problem. It shouldn't have been a problem, but it's maybe become a problem now. We have to change the plan here. Taking the 7 ball on, he's going to miss it. I'm not sure if he was quite ready for that shot. I think, he was a little startled by that 5 ball going over that way. And I think he wasn't like quite ready. Maybe still in a state of shock when he shot that ball, because it looked like he just went down through the process of shooting, but it was not aiming on that one. So obviously there was some thoughts going on in his head while he was getting down to shoot. And that's a lucky break there for Dan. He's going to get a chance to get on the hill now. Just the 13 and the 8 ball away from doing so. Comes up below or on top of the 8 ball for the perfect finish. That's Mr. Dan Anderson to you. 3-2. He's on the hill. What's the name of the character in the Matrix? The agent? Isn't it Anderson too? I'm pretty sure. That's what I'm thinking about. That's what I'm thinking about every time I'm talking about Anderson. I say it like that. Alrighty, let's roll into the next one. 3-2. Smash and break and a chance to get going. Ladnick says, "Hi Rod, who won the A side?" It was Dave Blacklaw that won the A side. He'll be playing next on this TV table. Whoever wins here has to try to double dip him. This is the B side final we're on right now. Oh wait, no. So wait, I'm trying to think. It's so the agent is his name is not Anderson. It's Neo's name that's Anderson, right? So that I think he calls him Mr. Anderson. I can't remember, man. It's been a while since I watched The Matrix. I'm pretty sure that's the way it is. Like I used to really be into The Matrix when it first came out. I was like, oh yeah, coolest movie ever, man. And then people started saying like the movie is all about life and there's like secret messages, and I was like, you know what? I'm done watching this movie. No, I'm kidding. They supposedly there's a lot of messages in that movie that's supposed to be for people to, you know, wake up or whatever. I don't know. Um, I'm awake all the time, man. So except for when I've only had 4 hours sleep, and I'm usually not. But other than that, I kind of have an idea what's going on in life. I don't need a movie to help me. I'd rather watch pool. There's like problem solving in pool all the time, man. There's no better way to get prepared for life than watching a pool table game. You know, if you watch the pros play when they're getting out of trouble all the time, they're showing you there's always a way out. By the way, there was some great matchups in Hanoi. Jason Shaw winning the event. You can kind of tell though, you know, like, I don't know, he was the favorite to win. He was the favorite to win. But he kind of got lucky. He did kind of get lucky in that match. Who was it he shot against now? Oh, Federer. Yeah, it was against Federer. That was a match that Federer should have won. But once Jason won it, that kind of gave him the go-ahead to go through and win the match, win the event. Ko Pin Chung, another amazing performance again from that guy. He's amazing, man. Do you guys get a chance to watch any of it? They had the Perry Open and the Hanoi Open. I didn't watch much of the Perry Open, though. And I only caught a little bit of that Hanoi. I mainly watched that Jason Shaw and Federer Gorst match. I'm a big fan of Federer Gorst. He tunes in and watches the streams here, too. So, you know, I give him the same mutual respect. But before him tuning in to watch the streams, I always support him. I always enjoy watching him. So, you know, let's be clear about that, Federer. I've been a fan before I was a fan. Yeah, but I think he's going to be one of the greatest in the world. And so I've been a fan of his for a few years now. Miscue. Oh, he just hit the rail. Lucky to hit the rail. He can afford to lose this rack, but he doesn't really want to lose this rack. He would like to get this match over with. Now that Federer's American, you know, I got to root for him a little bit more, right? It's funny. There's so much stuff going on about that. I get it, though. And Jason Shaw made a mock, too, you know, because Jason Shaw's like, I've been here for 9 years. I decided I'm going to be on Team USA now. But he was just mocking around. He wasn't changing over to Team USA. He was just playing around. And a lot of people took that seriously, too, man. Everybody thought, like, Jason Shaw and Federer Gorst are playing for USA. And they're thinking, like, oh, yeah, we're never losing to Mosconi again. But Jason Shaw was just messing around, man. 3-all. Federer wasn't, though. And you got to respect it. I mean, it's a great pickup. If it was something that was orchestrated by Matchroom, then, you know, kudos to them. I think it's really clever. But, well, the controversy is what makes it clever. But the choice of making Federer a part of Team USA, I think it's a really good thing for Team USA. Yes, it's bad because it burns some seats from the people that are trying to earn their spots to get into Mosconi. But it does give the States a fair chance to fight no matter who their fourth and fifth guy is or are. And normally, like, it's always going to be like Shane in there, Skylar, Woodward being in there, and now Federer. So the Q-Tech guys, the Q-Tech team, they're going to be the main figures of Team USA. So the last 2 spots are the ones that people are going to be fighting for. Now, 2 things are going to happen. People are going to be upset because they're going to lose the opportunity to be able to get those spots now, because now Federer just takes one. And even if they were to put Federer into the qualifying tour to earn a spot, he's going to earn it anyway. He's just too good of a player. So no matter what, he's burning somebody for a spot. So somebody's going to be upset about that. But the other part, the flip side of the coin, is that now those 2 spots become that much more valuable. So therefore the competition becomes that much greater now. And that's if the players don't rebel and go against, match them and say, well, I'm not playing these events no more because, you're going to give my spot to somebody else. But if they don't do that, if they decide to keep playing, then that makes the competition more intense for those only 2 spots that become available every year. And that could see some potential growth in the professional level of pool in the USA. So it's like a sour thing to deal with right now, but the potential of it becoming a great thing for the United States in the long run is right there. Imagine all these pro players going out there and really trying their best to win, really trying, because every event matters. So instead of these guys playing 4 events a year to qualify, the main ones, now they have to play all of them, and they have to try to win all of them because there's only 2 spots left. So now the competition grows, it gets stronger, and the matches, the finals, oh my God, they'll be ridiculous. But I mean, that's just the way I see it. I could be wrong. What do you guys think? Federer being added to USA, is that a good thing? Are you cool with it? A lot of people are saying they should have let Alex Pagulayan or John Mora join the team because they've been around the States longer than Federer, but Federer became a citizen. He's devoting himself to represent USA, so I don't know. Is it a bad thing? Give me your 2 cents. How you doing, Diane Pug? Marvin Paulson, Austin Sutton, welcome to the stream. Ryan David Dutton, welcome to the stream. Fernandito Ancieta Rojas, bienvenido. ¿Cómo estás? By the way, I am Spanish. That's the last name, Arriagada. If you see me in person, though, a lot of people think I'm either native or East Indian. But if I'm in the States, everybody thinks I'm Spanish. It's all geographical, man. Just assumptions, I think. Avery says he's cool with it. I don't think it's a bad thing, man. I think it's a good thing, It's definitely going to fair out the competition because honestly, like, Team Europe was just too good. And Team Europe still is too good. I mean, technically, with the amount of guys that they have that qualify, that try to qualify every year, they can easily build 3 Team Europes for this event. And all 3 Team Europes, prior to Federer joining Team USA, were going to be pretty dominant against USA. Now, with Federer being in the USA lineup, it balances out the field pretty good. Now, like, the last 2 players matter, but it doesn't matter as much, but they matter still. Because, technically your 4th is going to be the key to success, wherever your 4th is. The 5th can be a scraggler. Not that they're going to put a scraggler on there, but technically they could. They can give a spot to anybody. As long as the top 4 guys are playing like top 4 guys, you're going to have a good chance to win. The 5th guy just got to, make some shots here and there. It's kind of like team play, right? When you're playing team playoffs, you always see that. Like, usually you don't really have 5 guys on a team that run out tables all the time unless you see the higher level. So most teams get along with having 3 guys that can shoot well and 1 guy that can shoot pretty decent. The other guy, well, it doesn't matter. If he plays good, he plays good. If he doesn't, it's all good. It's our job to win. That's the way they think. I try not to think like that, but I think it's a team effort. A little bit of nerves at the end here. It's because we're getting close to a hill-hill matchup. 1 is on the hill, 1 is trying to get on the hill. So the pressure is on. Dan gets the break, though. He's got the chance to finish now. 4 balls remaining for the finish. Has to get off the rail here to get set up for the 12 ball. He tried to hold the position for the 12 ball instead, will miss the shot to the corner because of it. Somewhat of a lucky break, but not quite because he's left the shot on the 2 ball. He didn't leave much of a shot on the 7 ball, but the angle on the 2 ball sets him up for the 7, and from there he can get the angle to get set up for the 8 ball. He just has to make the 2 ball. How you doing, Marvin Paulson? Says hi, Rod. Avery says, yeah, and it's just awesome to see as well. Oh, for sure, I agree. I seen like some comments from Corey Duell. You know, he was upset about it, and I understand his point of view. Like he makes a good point that, you know, people are trying to qualify, and technically, you know, they're stealing a spot, but he's not really stealing a spot because technically, like if he was on the tour trying to qualify for Team USA, he would have easily qualified already. You know, and this guy's going out finishing in the top 4 in almost every event he plays in right now. So, you know, if anything, like it's a great opportunity for Team USA to become a bit stronger in the Mosconi Cup. Oh no, he's gonna miss the 7 ball. Well, and it went in, so that's kind of good, but not good because he's turned the table over here, and Dan will have a chance to close out the match now. Now, the one thing that, you know, kind of works to an advantage maybe is that the fact that everything has gone off the table for Joseph for the 8 ball. So now that kind of puts down a situation where he has to finish. And if he gets anything that's a pressure shot, then he, you know, might have a chance to come up short. But right now, the way he's played this table, it looks like he's done and he's out. He will be the challenger for the championship round against Dave Blacklaw. Just the 8 ball remaining for it. That will be the match. 4-3, the final score. Dan Anderson moving on to the championship round. And I got to figure out what the payouts are. And I'm going to get this match going. Championship match going right now. Right now. Dave won the A side, so we'll make Dave the person that goes on the left. Are you a 5 or a 6, Dave? 5, so 5-4. Oh, and I gotta take down the FargoRates. And this is no longer the B-side final. This is now the championship match. It is showtime at the Hangar. I know the life, baby. She said. Who sings that song? Cars? I think it's the Cars, right? They're playing that song right now. Sorry, I had to put you guys through that, but I'm just getting all excited. You know, we're in the championship round, and it's on go time, baby. Go time. Dave Blacklaw. What was he again for FargoRate? I can't remember. I know it's 5 something, but I can't remember. $5.28. Let's go. I'm not the life, baby. All right, so this is rack number 1 of the championship round. 528 Fargo for Dave Blacklaw. He's racing to 5. 519 FargoRate for Dan Anderson. He's racing to 4. If Dan can win the first set, we go to a second set. If Dave wins the first set, it is over. I got to go update challenge. I'll be back. I don't think there's ever any other way I'm ever going to say I'll be back than that. It just feels natural to me. All right, I was away because I had to figure out the payouts, pay these guys, and the score is 1-0 for Dan right now. Dave's at the table trying to work this table out. Fine ball being opened up is going to work it out for him. And he might actually have to run into this 1 ball too. Though he could maybe try to just draw into the 13 ball. That would maybe hold the shape for the 1. But it might be best just to run into it. Give it a little bump anyway. Yeah, that was probably the better option. And now he can choose either the 1 or the 2. But the 1 helps him for the finish, so he's going to leave it there. La 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 la. 1-0. All right, and we got a comment on YouTube. It looks like, so I'm gonna check that out real quick. Merv Star, how you doing? Says, hey, Ron. Vladnik says, with rankings only 9 points apart, why isn't it an even race? It depends on, like, the hanger system is FargoRate based, but it's also performance based. So they find, like, known ability is applied sort of into it too. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know how to explain it, but because, like, some matches are fair, you know, even though, like, the points are so close, they are fair that way. Other matches just, you know, don't seem to make sense. But I've had situations where, like, Fargo rated players are, like, within a 50-point difference, and then the guy that has a lower ranking plays much stronger than the guy that has the higher Fargo. So, like, sometimes it balances out still, and a lot of that has to do with how much data is built into the system per player. So once you establish, you know, like 500 games or more, then you start having a more fair system when it comes to Fargo rating. But the hanger system works partially with that, but also on its known abilities. So they rate accordingly. And you'll find that some of these guys, you know, like this situation where they're so close, you know, they should be even. Instead, they're one game difference. And that's why. Latinx says, now that I think about it, there are many ways to run a tournament with Fargo ratings. Yeah, and there's 3 ways you can really run it, technically. 4 ways that you can, 5, we'll say 5. We'll say 4 realistic ways that you can run it. The Fargo rate is used to figure out a ranking of a player, so you can give them a general ranking. So non-fluctuating Fargo rate, that's one way that you can do it. So, for example, you're a 625, you race to 6 in a tournament. No matter what, you're always a 6. And then the other ways are the medium fair match, the hot fair match, and the mild fair match, which some organizations and tournament organizers use it, but not a lot of them do. But that one is where, like, the fairness, you can see more of the fairness because each race is set up according to what your Fargo rate difference is. So that's the fair match setup that you're thinking about. And for fair match, they have a mild, which, let's say, for example, these 2 players would be like a 1 point difference between them on a race. They will have a medium where, like, these guys are pretty much even, right? They're playing even. And then they would have a hot where, like, Dan would race to, like, 3 and Dave races to 6 or 5, something like that. So they have the 3 different ways that they would set it up, and all that, the way that works is by the Fargo rating, whatever your Fargo rate may be. So that's what you guys are thinking about. Not that I'm a mind reader, but I know what you're saying. I know what you're thinking. Hi, Gene Peacock. How you doing? And John Moon says, sup, Rod? Not much, man. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Hope everybody's having a great weekend. Thank you to those that tuned in and watched the stream today. I appreciate your support. I always do, though. I always say thank you too, because I really do appreciate it. Lots of people walking through. They have no idea that this is a championship match going on right now. Tough for players to focus and to shoot well when that's going on. That's going to affect Dave on that one. Lucky break for Dan Anderson. Ball in hand here with only 3 balls remaining. A chance to take the lead. How's your weekend been, Gene? Well, not sure if you can say he's off to a good start, but he's got a good start so far. Leading by 1, needs 1 more to get on the hill. He's breaking next. By the way, no Thursday tournament this week. I got to make a post about it so everybody knows, but no Thursday tournament this week. I won't be around. Somebody else wants to run it, then you can run it, but I'm not around. Almost the perfect weight for the shot that he was looking for. Just needs to get a shot on the 5 or the 4. You'll have the option for both here. One can maybe help more than the other, though, and I'm thinking that the 4 ball can maybe help you get the 8 ball opened up. And it'll be tough to hold position from the 5 to the 4. But you could leave that 4 there and just come back for it later. I think that's what he was thinking too, just come back for it later. So now he's got the shot on the 2 ball to the corner and just needs to have pretty much where the 2 ball is for position on the 7 ball. I don't think he wants to roll it forward, but if he does roll it forward, he's got to get past that 15 ball. Was he trying to get the breakout from here? He didn't have to get a breakout. I have a bang side option now, the 7 ball. Tougher to play shape for that 4 ball though with that. He's going to have to let the cue ball loose a bit and try to set up for the 4 ball in the right side middle pocket. It's going to be tough. To make the bank to get the shape is going to be very challenging. Gene says it was great. I played snooker Friday for almost 7 hours. Oh, that sounds like a fun night. And then was part of throwing a surprise birthday party. Saturday I attended my family reunion. Sunday I'm resting. Good for you. That sounds like a really busy weekend. 7 hours practice on the snooker table. I remember the days when it was like that for me. I go out there and say, I tell my wife, like, I'm going to go out for 2 hours. I'm just going to go practice a little bit. And then I come back like 10 hours later. And like, I couldn't help it. I don't know. The first hour on the snooker table is kind of like a waste because you're just trying to get into a feel for the table, right? You're trying to get into a rhythm. So usually if you practice for 2 hours on a snooker table, half your practice is a waste. So usually I'll practice for at least 3 hours, but then you start feeling really good after 2 to 3 hours of playing on the snooker table. You start feeling really good. You start seeing the table better. Your stroke is on point. So then you're like, you want to let it out. You want to let the beast out, so you keep going. I know how it is. And then next thing you know, yeah, 7 hours later. And you didn't even feel like it was 7 hours. It probably only felt like 2. Great position on the 9. That was going to be the challenge for him. Didn't quite get position here for the 15 like he wanted to. He could still make the ball, but ideally he wanted to set up something for the breakout. He's going to have to try the breakout from this angle. Didn't quite get it, but it's not that bad. There's a combination available. You have to hit this with bottoms and with a punch draw almost, because you want to force this 14 into this 12 ball and then force that 14 away from the 7. So if you do this properly, that 14 should go off the 7 in the side pocket. He didn't hit it properly. And he shot it a little too quick, so he didn't make the ball either. Chance for Dave to win this game, to tie up the game at 2. Sean Balikowski, welcome to the stream. Andre Variat, welcome to the stream. And Grant Goulet, welcome to the stream. What's up, Jello Mags? How you doing, man? Gamara Garcilaso Oliver, welcome to the stream. Bienvenido, if you're Spanish. Ba, 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 ba. He's thinking about doing a swing here. When I swung into that 8 ball to get set up for the 14. Risky. Not too much of a risk, but it's a little risky. You got to be pretty perfect on it. He just missed it. Didn't get the breakout that he wanted. He can maybe force a breakout from here. Then again, maybe he can just play shape for the side pocket. He doesn't really have to break it out. He had to go for the breakout, though, in his mind. Tried to get the breakout, missed the shot, turns the table over. Dave will have a shot on the 7. The 4 ball's in a funny spot, but if you wanted to take it on, you could take it on right now. However, the shape will be up in the air when it comes to the 7. The only thing you can kind of guess is general angle with general speed. I'm not sure you want to gamble on that when you're 3 balls away from winning this game. And he didn't decide to take the 7 ball and punch the cue ball off the rail instead. And he's going to have to do something, you know, interesting here with the cue ball. He needs to get off a couple of rails to come back up. At least 3 rails to get back up. He's going to play a soft off the 1 rail and settle for a back cut or a back bank. He's calling the bank. This is tougher, man. The back cut bank is tougher for sure. But I got a good feeling about it. Oh, man. He missed it on the pro side. Takes over the pocket. Leaves nothing on the shot on the 14. Now we'll have to resort to what's considered a popular shot for him, a cross bank corner. Or he's going to have to find a safety, which honestly, with the 8 ball sitting over the pocket like that, that's going to be tough to do. The thing about the cross bank is you're all in on it, right? So you're doing that knowing full well that if you don't make it, it's over. And he knew it. He knew it was going to be over no matter what if he didn't make it. So that was the only problem with it, is that if you commit to making it, you're all in. 2-all. 2-2, 2-2, 2-2, 2-2. Rose O'Kel, welcome to the stream. Noel Bolio or Dan St. Paul, welcome to the stream. Tied at 2, race to 5 for Dave Blacklaw, race to 4 for Dan Anderson. So Dan needs 2, Dave needs 3. Dave's breaking on this one right now. A chance to make it a race to 2 for both of them. Still hasn't got going though, man. I don't know. Like I know how good Dave plays. He's not quite there yet. He hasn't got on a groove yet. So Dan still has a chance to be able to maybe steal his first set. And if he does, then they go to that second set. But if Dave wakes up soon enough, he might be able to shut things down in the first set. And I'm not saying he's playing bad. Let's just be correct about that. All I'm saying is he's not in his groove like he normally is. When he is in a groove, he's dangerous at the table. And yes, he's still dangerous right now, but not as dangerous as I know he can be. He'll come up dry on this break, turns the table over. Wide open table here on the solids for Dan Anderson to get on the hill. Stripes are looking pretty wide open too, so it doesn't matter which one you take here. Simple choice. It's all about position. I don't see a problem or a threat with either one of them, but I find that maybe like the solids might be a little bit harder to work only because of where that 2 and 7 are. But like when I say harder, it's like it's a minimal effort harder. I don't think it really makes a difference solids or stripes, to be honest. It was just a perfect break, you know, the perfect spread. So this is the trouble area that I'm talking about, the 7 and the 2. He almost got good position to make the 7, but he didn't quite get there, so I'll take the 5 ball now. Now he would like to get into a 7 or 2 ball right after this, and he's going to get that opportunity. 7 ball seems like the most natural shot to take on. If he's got an upward angle, he can maybe try to play around to get shape on the 4. The 4 ball needs to be potted. And he doesn't have a lot of options for it. It goes to both top corners. It goes to the left side middle. I don't think it goes anywhere else. So, yeah, there we go. Set up for the left side middle. Now, if he's got a pretty straight line, all he's got to do is just play this across. Like a 4 speed, he'll be perfect. He played a 5, almost 6 speed on that one. Even better. Beautiful execution to get the cue ball around for the 8 ball. He's becoming a threat now. He's trying to feel the move. He's trying to feel the move into the finish here. Just ran that one out. 3-2 or 3-2. Dan Anderson is on the hill. Mr. Anderson is on the hill. Oh man, I don't know what's wrong with me some days, honestly. I don't need no drugs and alcohol to have a good time, man. I just need a pool table and a camera and a microphone. I'm good to go. I did bring all my cues today, though, so just be warned. If you try to make fun of me, we're going to have a match. Carlo Magno, welcome to the stream. Moving into rack number 6 now. Dan Anderson to break. He's breaking for the match. First crack at it. Makes a ball off the break. A decent spread. He's got opportunities here. High ball, low ball look pretty decent. I think we're going to take low ball, though, because it just looks a little bit easier than high ball. But we'll see. We'll see. You know, every player looks at the table differently according to what they know and their style of play. But I'm really liking low ball here. I think this is the way you go. Seven ball can stay where it is. But the challenge for him here is the 2 ball. That's what he's got to get to. And he may not be looking at that as a threat yet, but that's the real threat on this table for him is the 2 ball. It looks all innocent, you know, but it has no pocket. unless you're perfectly shaped up for it. Looks like he's going to try to do a little stun draw angle here. He's going to follow it up instead. Just playing spin to get up for the 2-ball. Doesn't quite get there. If he's got the combo, he can take that right now, but I don't know if that's a good idea. I don't mind taking this 3-ball. You might want to maybe run into that 9-ball more than running into the 8-ball, but the natural path is taking you into the 8-ball, so if you're going to go into a 9, you got to dig into it with like some 7 o'clock spin. He ran into the 8-ball. So that was going to be a problem, him running into the 8-ball, but I guess if he had a shot on the 7-ball like he did, then it didn't matter, so he had a good idea anyway. He just came up short on the shot. High on life, says Avery. That's the best way to be, man. If you can make life your addiction, you'll have a great life by the time you're done. You got me going with some Zeppelin right now. Tried to cut to the corner. There was a lot of body movement on the shot. He actually popped up a lot on it, so he wasn't going to make it with all that body movement, and it was definitely a very challenging shot. Opportunity here for Dave Blacklaw. There's nothing he would love more than to tie up this match. He needs to win 3 games to win the set still. But, you know, winning this one here can help. Especially because he's breaking on the next rack. Dealing with his trouble here around the hop, which is technically the 13 and 11. Opened up the 7-ball or the 15-ball beautifully as well. You can actually take that right now and just draw back for the 11-ball if you wanted to. You can also take that 9-ball and draw back from there for that 15, then draw back for that 11-ball if you wanted to. Problem with options is that it, you know, makes you sometimes play the wrong shot. Looks like he's choosing to go up table with that angle that he had. Now he's all in for a finish position here. He needs to get on to that 15 or 11 ball. Does not want to run into anything on the way up or down. Oh, he ended up running into a couple of balls on the way. And now he's got a challenging 11 ball in front of him. No bank side, so he can only cut it to the side. However, if he makes it, he could easily have the finish. He'll make the great cut. Too much pace almost. He got perfect on it though. It looked like it was going to be too much, like it was going to be hooked behind that 7 ball. But this worked out pretty good. Just got to pick the spot for the 8 ball, which he can just stun over on top of this 2 ball to get onto the 8. He's going to draw it off the rail and set up with the side pocket instead. Bigger pocket there. Eight ball is good. We're tied at 3. Showdown at the hangar. if you're looking for something to do next weekend, at the Blue Room, we have a tournament. It's Scotch Doubles. 16 Super Vegas Premier level players, random draw for 16 Vegas and under teammates or partners. So it's 16 team limit, but there's 32 players. 16 Super Vegas or Premier level, which is our highest levels here in Manitoba, and then Vegas and under, which is the lower levels. It's $50 entry, $2,000 added. Top 6 teams getting paid. 1 time out per game. Race to 5 on the A side, race to 4 on the B side. If you're interested in registering, you can register at the Blue Room with Joe, or you can just message me and you can send me the e-transfer, then I'll register you for the event. That's this Saturday, the 21st. It starts at 11:30 in the morning. $50 entry. It's already starting to fill up, so if you guys want to get in, you got to let me know. But you can't secure your spot without paying for your entry. You can sign up on the list all you want. Until you pay your entry, you're not officially in, just so you know. Let's be clear about that. And the draw will be done on Friday, just so we can get everything set up, scheduled for Saturday. Lots of great events coming up from Q Sports Live Manitoba. I promise you that. But I mean, you guys already know that. I already laid out my 36 event calendar, and that's actually become a 41 event calendar, because I have to add 5 more events to it, including this one that I'm doing this next weekend. I'm working on the details for the next big event too, which is going to be coming up. I think I'm going to lay that out by tomorrow, maybe, or maybe the day after. I think tomorrow, though. I'm trying to do my best to get everything done with a 2-week schedule in front, so that way people have enough time to sign up, to, you know, book the time off if they want to play or whatever. So I'm trying to be conscious of the players, you know. Sometimes I'm going to slap those events last minute, the posters, but I put up the calendar ahead of time so everybody knows what the layout's going to be for all the events this year. A lot of good events. Have some straight pool coming up this year. Lots of Scotch Doubles event. The Manitoba 8-Ball Masters coming up every year in January. That one's coming up in January as well. We got a Queen of the Hill this year, so we're having an old lady showdown. The Manitoba Pool Olympics. That's going to be a great one. Lots of great events that I got coming up for you guys here in Manitoba. The work has just begun, man. I know it's been a couple of years, but honestly, I haven't even got started. The work is just getting started. I'm already looking at next year like I'm running too many events, man, because 41 events in a year, that's a lot. Takes up all my weekends, and I got kids and family and wife at home, right? So that's a lot of weekends, but yeah, do what you gotta do for the love of the game. And I truly love this game. You guys know that, though. You watch me all the time. You know I love this game. I'm not in it for myself. I'm in it for you, the pool player. Missed shot on that one. He left the cue ball hanging over the pocket. Not a lot of options to shoot at, but he's got something to shoot at. Just very limited on what he can do with it. Safety option coming up here, maybe. Taking the cue ball into the 10 off the rail and freeze it into the 9. I think that's probably the best option. He's going to play through, though. I mean, I guess the safety doesn't really do a whole lot for him, but I think it would have. He missed that shot, and, you know, we'll see. Did he pass up on an opportunity, maybe? Is he going to regret that fact that he didn't see that? Dan Anderson with a chance to close out now. He's got a 7 ball that he was trying to use for the breakout on the 3, knowing that he had the 4 balls and escape shot. He missed the breakout. Cue ball comes up and hooks him behind the stripe. He's stuck here on the solid now. Not what he wanted to happen. Looking like he's going to have no choice but to turn this table over now, unless he can jump over this 14 ball to make the 4. And even if he does, I mean, all he's doing is just making the shot. No guarantee he's going to have anything to do with that 3 ball after that. If anything, you know, you're just trying to focus on the shot here. But if you were skillful enough, you could try to do the jump with a spin, be able to get the breakout off this jump shot. But now you're adding more deflection to the jump, so there's, you know, a higher percentage you're going to miss the shot on the jump shot. I think you just got to keep this natural, and if anything, you're just going to have to play a safety after this. He's going to jump into the 14 ball. That's going to be a foul and a ball in hand. Dave Blacklaw with a chance to be able to get on the hill first. Or, sorry, get on the hill next. Because Dan's on the hill first already. So he's got a chance to get on the hill right now to tie things up. Take it to the last rack. Ball in hand looks really good for sure. That's the 4 ball sitting at the top of the table, so it doesn't really cause any problems for him. But maybe that's the reason why he wasn't playing the safety up there, is because he felt like maybe that 4 ball was too accessible.
Let's go and learn how to use that jump shoe.
35-degree angle, man. Actually, Robert Griffith, I do have speed pool this year too. Yeah, I have a speed pool, straight pool. We're doing a 1 pocket as well. Doing a little bit of everything, to be honest, man. I got the straight pool is going to be fun. That's the one I'm looking forward to. Now I'm going to do a straight pool event on the 9-foots, but to get going, we're going to have some minis on the small table. So it's going to be fun for you guys. It's all posted up already, so I just got to, like, there's a couple of dates that are changing because, you know, this isn't the only thing I do. I do other work too. And so I have other events that are coming up. And some of them are pool events traveling out of town too. So then I got to change some of those weekends, some of the events that I have scheduled to a different weekend or to the middle of the week or something like that. I'll figure it out, you know, as we're getting closer to the dates. But already there's 2 dates that have to be adjusted because of 2 jobs that I got to do. And I'm never going to turn down work, obviously. Safety battle has commenced. I'm telling you, man, you should. I guess I don't know if that 10 ball's rolled into that rail or not, but this 10 and 9 have been set up there the whole time. I'm thinking he should have played that safety long time ago to freeze hook him to that 9 ball. That would have opened up the 10 ball, and then he wouldn't have had all these issues that he's been dealing with so far. But now to play the safety from here, I don't think it will reward him unless he was to get tucked into the 10 ball. Yeah, and that's what he did. He used the 9 ball to tuck himself into the 10 ball instead. So now that removes all the opportunities for Dan to be able to get out here. Though, however, if he can make this 4 ball, he can make it happen. Got the perfect little touch on this too. 3 ball to the side. You just never know till you see it happening, man. 8 ball in the corner to win the first set. 4-3. That was a good out. Let's take a look at it again. That was a good out because he played that as a safe, but Dan just banked it in there like it had eyes. Easy shot. Boom. They're doing a smoke break. Both these guys are smokers. We'll bring back some of the atmosphere here from the hangar. And yeah, all right, let's talk about this again. $2,000 added, $50 entry. Next Saturday coming up, October 21st. Random draw, Scotch doubles, 8-ball tournament. I'm telling you, it's going to be a good time. Like, it's going to be at least $1,200 for first place, if not more. Race to 5 for A side, race to 4 for the B side. Alternate breaks, double elimination, random draw for your partners. We're going to have 16 Super Vegas or Premier players on one lineup. And then from there, we're going to draw names of the hat for the Vegas and under partners. And that's how we're going to make the draw. You get 1 timeout per game because you're playing with somebody you never played with before. So you're going to have a chance to talk to them when you have to. And top 6 teams are getting paid. So it's going to be a good time. At 11:30 a.m. start, $50 entry. If you want to sign up, you got to let me know. You got to pay for your entry ahead of time to solidify your spot. And you can also pay for your entry fee at the Blue Room with Joe. We also have Sandbagger Fest coming up on Saturday, October 28th, here at the Hangar, 121 Scurfield Blvd. $40 entry, 11:30 a.m. start, double elimination, handicap races, alternate breaks on the A side, winner breaks on the B side. Golden breaks are allowed, so that's something I usually don't do, but they're allowed only in the 4 bottom pockets, which is something that I do. 3 foul rule, cue ball fouls only. It's going to be a great showdown. 32 player limit. So, and I think we have like 17 signed up. That's 2 weeks from now, not this Saturday coming up, but the Saturday after that. If you guys want to check that out, message me at cslmanitoba@gmail.com, message me on Facebook, or let the Hangar know that you're interested in playing. You can pay the entry fee here, and then as long as they let me know that you paid for your entry fee, I'll add you to the list. You'll be in the draw. All right, so these guys should be close to being done. I got to update this challenge bracket, and I got to update the scoreboard. So I'll do the scoreboard first, and we'll bring down the FargoRates, because now they're going to flip sides. We'll bring this down too, because it's championship set, or championship match set number 2. And now Dan won that, won the first set. So now we're going to flip these guys' names over. And that's how you guys are going to know that this is the second set. I mean, you're also going to know from this, because up here it's going to say championship match, second set, or set 2. So you know it from there. But you also know because the name's changed. I got to get these FargoRates set up, and I got to go do the challenge bracket. So give me a second here. Dan is a 519. And Dave is a 528, I think it was. Short-term memory, man. All right. Reset. Everything's been set up for the second set. We just got to wait for these guys to come back. I'm going to go and update challenge bracket, so that gives me a couple of minutes away from the stream. This gives you guys a couple of minutes to, maybe like the stream and share the stream if you're enjoying the stream. 121 Scurfield is where we're at right now, the Hangar Billiards and Sports Lounge. If you want to give them a call to book a spot for your party, or even if you want to book an event here, 204-560-2929. They would love to take care of you. And if you do anything pool related, I would love to be there to help you out. I can run it and stream it. All right, so that's, yeah, I'll be back. We'll leave the, you know what, let's leave this Blue Room tournament poster up while I go, so it gives people a chance to kind of look at it and absorb the information. I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back, and it looks like these guys have decided to do a split. So there's not going to be a second set. They're going to end up splitting it instead. It is what it is. I can't complain. I can't complain. If you want to add me or follow me on Facebook, all you gotta do is look me up, Rod Arriagada. Just don't be a spammer, all right? I'm not into spamming. I will definitely not accept. All right, yeah. So that's it. I guess that's it for today. We're done. I'll bring down the FargoRate. Bring down the YouTube chat. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube, guys. I appreciate it. Championship match is gone. Well, did we bring down the scoreboard too? I don't know, man. I feel like I gotta shut things down, kind of like, you know, like the 1990s kid shows, the way they slowly shut things down. I think I'm gonna do the same thing. All right, and we're going to shut down this way with a scene of the bar. That's the way we're going to do it. It's the only way to go out, I hear. I'm not sure what the highlight of the day was. Like, I'm working on all that stuff right now too, man. You guys will see some of that stuff soon. If you guys want to find me on YouTube, find me under Rod Arriagada /CSL Manitoba. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. I would appreciate the support. Looking for 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 700. So thank you so much to everyone that's taking the time to support my work. I truly appreciate it. You have no idea how much I appreciate your support. There's many times where I go to sleep thinking to myself, you know what? It's because of you why I keep getting up to do this work. So thank you. If you want to support my work, speaking of which, you can do so via PayPal or e-transfer at cslmanitoba@gmail.com. All donations that come towards me will go towards supporting the game and to make the production much better for you guys. So supporting me is kind of like supporting more entertainment for you, sort of. Want me to come out and cover an event in your town? I'm telling you right now, man, what you see is what I always do. All my heart into it all the time. Message me, cslmanitoba@gmail.com. Everything I do is all me, graphics and everything too. So if you want to message me for something other than pool, I can help you out with that also. All right. That's going to be it for now, though, guys. We'll do a couple of jam ups. So we did the men's. We'll do the women's jam up. Let you guys get a chance to absorb some of that beautiful gear that they have at jamupapparel.com. If you find anything there that you want to ask about, message me. You can message me on cslmanitoba@gmail.com. You can message me on Facebook. You can also message me at JamUp. I'm a divisional manager distributor here in Manitoba. So you can message me at JamUp or Rod at jamupapparel.com. I think that's what it is. I don't know. I'm all over the place. Remember that? I was saying I'm all over the place, man. Rod at jamupapparel.com. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, I had to double check just in case. Anything you find from there, let me know. I would love to take care. If you order something already, you want to know where that is, I'll help you out with that too. Don't forget to go check out some of the individual stuff that we do, like for the Roadrunner, for example. She's got a nice gear here. She's got this shirt that comes in blue and in yellow. Beautiful gear. And every time you buy some of this gear, you're supporting her. You know, you're supporting her to get more trips to go and represent and do well at the tables like she has. The Duchess, of course, Allison Fisher, you want to support her. She's got a lot of different gear too. You can go check out her stuff. If you want to go check out Fredor, he's got stuff for you too if you want to check out his stuff. Really nice designs. It comes in men's, it comes in women's. That's the men's, here's the women's. A little bit for everyone, man. Go check it out. You won't regret it. jamupapparel.com. That's it for now, though. I've had enough. Let's check out the last highlight. It was a killer bank shot that got him the win on the first set, which turned out into a split. Not bad. Great result. Got your money's worth. That's going to be it for now, though, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, man. It was a good time. We're going to do the pool wisdom. The more you sweat in practice, the less you bleed in battle. Get to those tables and become the champion within. I'm telling you right now, your time is coming. But in order for it to come, you got to go out there and earn it. You have to go out there and work hard at it every single day. No matter what goes on in your life, wake up and go to those tables, become the champion within. Spend the time, spend the effort. If you can't figure it out on your own, find a coach and do whatever it takes. But do your best to become the champion within. Because I don't want to see people going out there crying when they lose tournaments, man. I want to see people that are happy because they played their best, even if they lost. That's the real champion. All right, I'll see you guys, I guess, soon. I'm going to go over here and close out now. My name is Rod Arriagada. If you guys want to follow me or add me on Facebook, you can. If you want to message me to come out to your town to cover an event, or maybe you got an event going on, you want to advertise, or maybe you just want to say hello, man. Maybe you're a fan, you know. CSLmanitoba@gmail.com. If you're a fan, definitely say hi. I will definitely reply. I might take some time, though, because I'm busy, but I will always reply. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook if you guys haven't already. If this is your first time checking us out on Facebook, just hit the like, hit the follow. You'll get notified every single time that we go live. Don't forget to support the Calgary boys too. Ben was streaming this weekend, so if they're still streaming, go watch their stream. Great quality stream. Ben is an amazing commentator. Go check them out. And you can also follow our main Q Sports Live page on YouTube, which is under Q Sports Live, or you can subscribe to my channel, which is under Rod Arriagada /CSL Manitoba, CSL standing for Q Sports Live. That's it for now, man. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for liking and taking the time to share the stream if you did. Thank you for taking the time to interact with me. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. I will see you guys at the tables next time, which is going to be... I have no idea, man. I got a busy week this week, so maybe a Saturday for the tournament. Other than that, I don't think I'm going to be around. No Thursday tournament this week. I'm out of town, man. I might make it on Wednesday, though. I'm thinking about changing it to a Wednesday night. I'll think about it. 9 foot, maybe. 10 ball. Ooh, I like it. I'm in. Sign me up. Take my money. All right, I'm out of here, guys. Have a good night, everyone. Cheers.